Hello and welcome back to the 90 plus 2 podcast. It is part 2 of our teams of the season. My name is Jamie.
And my name is Xander.
And once again joining us, we have Spurty Luca Spurty.
Thank you very much. Back at again, buzzing again for another. Who can I get told off for putting in my 11? Let's have a look.
Well, I think it'll be me this time.
So yeah, we're going to be starting off with the championship after ending last episode with the League 2 and 1 team of the seasons. If you haven't seen that one, it is available now on YouTube. So check that one out before this one, and you can see how shocking our teams were.
Yeah.
Or my team was.
I think our
Jamie's
teams were good,
League
actually.
2 team was, as we could say.
So, championship team of the season.
Yeah.
I feel this one was not too difficult.
No.
I might be proven wrong by you guys.
No, I think
I'm pretty happy with it.
I'm happy with mine.
So I will start us off with the goalkeeper. It is the Champions goalkeeper, Mads Hermansen. Any quabbles on that?
I went differently, but I'm not
I
confident.
also went differently, but I
really?
I rate it.
Okay. I mean, I went for him. He's had a really solid season in that.
Yeah.
He hasn't been playing the last few games.
Yeah.
But 13 clean sheets this year for him. And obviously Leicester, as I keep saying, champions. So I feel like when you've won the league as a goalkeeper, there's not really much more you can do.
No, not at all.
Who have you gone for?
I went for Václav Latky from Ipswich.
He was my second choice.
Yes.
If I had a bench, it would have been him.
I mean, like, he was backup all season for them last year as they had Walton in goal.
Yeah. So
when they bring him from Salford, he only played 10 times last season. This time he's played, I believe he played every game. It was 43 or something like that. He's kept 14 clean sheets for a team that needs 1 point to get promoted. Yeah. I mean, he couldn't even start in League One, and now at the end of the season, he could be a Premier League goalkeeper.
It was definitely between those
story.
two for me. I think Leicester probably just tipped it because they've conceded the least goals in the league as well.
Yeah,
So it's like
I don't mind Hermanson's shout at all. I mean, that's one of the obvious.
Now, for me, I went for Victor Johansson of Rotherham.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
I know, obviously, Rotherham went down and they were shambolic across the whole season. But for me, I think without him, I think they would be a lot worse off. Like the saves he pulls off in games.
They have conceded 87 goals.
He was my first choice, but then when I saw they conceded that many goals and they were that far bottom, I thought, I just can't play.
I know, I did think that as well, and I thought, but no, I just genuinely think, just as a goalkeeper, he is brilliant. And if he was in like a Leeds or maybe a West Brom, Norwich, Huddersfield, he would be so much better.
Well, and probably leaving Rotherham.
He will be, yeah,
I think
definitely.
Stoke are linked with him, Sunderland, teams like that.
God,
so.
of course they are. Well, that is three different goalkeepers.
I saw
to
Leeds
start us off.
want him as well.
Quality starts.
Yeah, that is a good start. I like that. I like it when there's a bit of different.
Yeah.
And now we're on to our left backs. I feel like this is probably the easiest position on the pitch for me. He's had an unbelievable season.
Yeah.
I've gone for Ipswich's Leif Davis, personally.
Yeah, he's quality in it. Obviously, he's the only pick you could put at left back. I mean, 18 assists, 2 goals. Some quality goals as well, some assists. With his left foot putting in some of them balls, he's just incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's a really strong player as well. Loves to run, loves to tackle.
Yeah.
I think he popped up with that goal against Southampton as well.
Absolute that was a beauty as well, wasn't it?
So I feel like I've gone for Leif Davis and nobody else has gone for a different choice, have they, Xander?
A bit quiet. Left back Davis?
Yeah, I went for a different choice. So probably this is going to get me... Oh, I'll say get me killed, but that's a bit extreme. But anyway.
We hope not.
We really hope not. Anyway, I went for Josh Tymon from Swansea.
Mad. That is mad. Like, they're so biased there. That is incredible.
Well, you can say...
I'll hear his stats. What are his stats?
Right, so his stats this season in... What stats would you like?
Championship.
I'd like his goals, please. I'd like his goals.
These goals, he's scored no
He's
goals.
got no goals.
I'd like his assists, please, Xander.
6 assists.
8. If you treble that, you get Leif Davis's assists. So.
Well, right. Let me explain. The reason,
Here we go.
No, genuinely. Right, the reason obviously Leif Davis, he's a brilliant player and probably should be in.
He is.
There's no doubt about that.
No doubt about that. But for me, Josh Tymon, I feel what he brings in terms of his work effort, his running, the passes he makes, just everything like that. I think for me, that's why I just wanted to put him in there.
He does his job.
Me, I would try a regular Swansea player in there somehow.
I am really shocked you didn't go for Carl Rushworth, honestly.
I almost did.
You suck him off all the time.
I almost did.
I would have rated the keeper, Charles, but left back is the most obvious pick in the whole league. I saw Davis like, oh yeah, it's obviously Davis. And you're like, nah, let me pick the players for the best season.
I honestly genuinely thought you might have gone for like Josh Key or Matt Grimes even. I wasn't expecting it to be left back, but I mean, I rate the housery from you, to be honest.
I wanted people to know in the comments Josh Tymon, do you think he's any good? And is it criminal putting him over Leif Davis? Because it probably is.
But you've said it.
I've
and
said
I rate
it.
you for saying it.
Commitment.
So we'll move on to the centre-backs. Luca, give us your 2 centre-backs.
I've got Jacob Greaves from Hull City, and I've got Tayward Harwood-Bellis from Southampton.
Absolutely awful. Terrible to sit down.
Thank you. Yeah, so I'll explain them. So Jacob Greaves, 2 goals. I think it's 2 goals, 4 assists. So got them both in it. Already
he's
more
salty.
I'm joking.
Already more goals than Josh Tymon as well. So ex-Hull City player he was as well. He's got a brace against Huddersfield.
I love this. I love this pod.
He is defending against Ipswich. He blocked one on the line against Ipswich in that game on Saturday. If Ipswich scored that goal, they'd be promoted right now. And Hull City wouldn't have a chance of going to Argyle on the final day and get. He's been a quality centre back. So many people are linked with him.
He has a good game on Saturday, I swear.
Yeah, I mean, he's one to look out for. Jacob Greaves against Argyle, I'm sure. Heads the ball away, decent trim as well. So he's got it all, really.
Perfect.
The Lucas Betty trip, no?
Yeah.
And then Taylor Harwood-Bellis?
Yeah. Look, it could be back-to-back promotions for him. Obviously, he was at Burnley as well. Just so good on the ball, and he's so calm on the ball for a player at such a young age. Loves passing. You can tell he's come out from the academy at Man City.
Is he still on loan from City, or is he
Yeah,
permanent?
on loan from City.
He's on loan, yeah. So could break into their team next year. But yeah, 39 games, 2 goals, 3 assists as well. He's really good at when you cross it in, heading one back to someone else to flick it in. He's really good at that. And yeah, he's a player he's like the Van Dijk of the Championship. You know, he gets brings the ball out. So I mean, I'm very impressed with him. So they're 2 obvious choices for me.
Xander?
Centre backs, I went for. Do you want both or just the first one?
Yeah, go for both.
Both. I went Yannick Vestergaard and Ethan Ampadu.
The exact same as me.
Yeah, I think Ethan Ampadu for me, obviously, I'd say he naturally is more of a defensive midfielder, but he's
I agree.
stepped into that role since Strout got his injury.
Yeah.
Brilliant partner alongside Joe Rodon at Leeds, both Welsh internationals.
Yeah, I really didn't want to like him, but I think he has actually kind of become a bit of a likeable player. Like from the more stuff I've seen, Leeds do a lot of off-the-pitch content.
Yeah, I like Ampadu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he does actually seem obviously, I'm gonna always have the Exeter bias against him. He was such a massive signing. Went to Chelsea, of course, but yeah, he's been brilliant, and I think he does well for Wales as well. Obviously, slots in really well. Tall, strong. Had a really dominant game against Argyle. 3-4 times we've played them now this season. So, yeah, he was a pretty easy choice for me.
Yeah.
And I agree with you on Vestergaard as well.
Yeah, again, I think
you know me with the bias for the champions.
6'7".
He's massive.
Massive.
Yeah.
He's not a Championship centre back, is he?
I don't think he's that good, but in the Premier League, but for the Championship, yeah, he's too good.
Yeah.
He just does the job, doesn't he?
So I feel like that kind of rounds up the defence pretty well. What formation has everybody gone for in terms of the
4-2-3-1, like the champion that they did for the actual team?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's the same as I've got as well.
Same as me, yeah. So down in the central midfielders roles, I've gone for Dewsbury Hall, obviously. The right back.
Oh, we never did right back.
Sorry, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it'll all be the same.
Walker Peters.
Luca.
I've gone for Milan Van Ivajko of Coventry. If that's, I think I've butchered his name, but
really,
how dare you?
He's got more assists than Walker Peters this season.
I know, but I've watched Walker Peters play
Walker
many
Peters
times. He's so good.
I know Walker Peters is too good for the Championship. 2 goals, 3 assists, but Van Ivajk's got 2 goals, 5 assists. So
stats merchant.
Yeah, I watched him play and I'm really impressed with it. I know it's not live, but I'm really impressed with him on TV against Man United. He had a great game. Takes free kicks, running up and down, long throw as well. I think he's so quick.
I think if Carl Walker Peters was not there, probably.
Yeah, I agree.
I just thought I want to be different because I knew a lot of people would have Walker Peters because
he was definitely.
Especially a lot of people that if just watch the Premier League, they see Walker Peters in the Championship and go, yeah, he's obviously going to be the best. But
it's okay to be different.
You got to shout him out, Van Ivajk. I've butchered his name, but yeah, he's a quality player, and I could see him go in the Premier League in a few seasons' time.
Yeah, sorry about that. I didn't realise we hadn't done the right back. That's very poor from me. But
that's all right, man.
Into midfield, Dewsbury Hall.
Dewsbury Hall
is also in my team as well. That's an obvious one.
It's so good.
I didn't think he should. Honestly, I thought, why is he in the Championship?
Yeah, I agree.
And then that first game against Coventry got a brace.
Yeah.
First game of the season, I thought someone will come in for him now. No one did.
And he was linked with Brighton in January.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just think there's no point in leaving Leicester.
14 assists and 12 goals, and he'll be with Leicester in the Prem next year. Who early season prediction here? I don't think they'll be in a relegation battle at all.
No.
I reckon he'll be in the England squad next season.
They're not continuing on their transfer embargo, so they'll be able to spend the money and.
Yeah.
I think they will be in. Yeah, I believe they will be in. He'll be in the England squad in a few years' time. Next season, if he performs well in the Premier League.
Brilliant player. And then I've also matched for what the EFL did in their team of the season. And next to Dewsbury Hall, I've got Gabriel Sara.
I also have Gabriel Sara as well.
Not that I would necessarily play him there in real life, but the EFL put him there, and I wanted to put him in because I've got loads of really good attacking players further forward. So I've stuck him there because he can do a job there. If needs be.
Well, he's got 13 goals, 12 assists.
He can literally play anywhere on the pitch, can't he?
He's worth 15 million in value now, right? And obviously, Norwich didn't pay that for him. Doubled his goal tally from last season. It's just quality, isn't he? He's so tricky on the ball. And yeah, I just feel like he can score from outside the box as well.
Yeah, I was very worried when Argyle went there on Good Friday. I thought it was going to just be so comprehensive Norwich that day with Sarah. As you say, he's just a great, I reckon he'll be like a streets won't forget type player.
Yeah, he is.
He's so good.
He scored a fantastic goal on the weekend as well. It was...
Who was it? Who did he score against?
Swansea. But it was a good goal. You can't deny it was a good goal.
He's a quality player.
Yeah.
I went a bit of a different way.
Okay.
I went for Flynn Downs.
Okay.
From Southampton.
Is Sarah in your team?
No, Sarah's not my team.
Oh, really?
That's
I went for Flynn Downs.
Interesting.
Flynn Downs?
Yes, Flynn Downs.
Southampton?
Yeah, Southampton, Flynn Downs.
Yeah, I don't mind it, but Sarah has to be in there. I just think he has to be. There's one of the ones that's like you have to. There's some that they're open to interpretation, but some I think
Left
Sarah's.
back.
Yeah, like left back.
Give us your Flynn Downs justification.
Flynn Downs, for me, I'd say he's very integral into what Russell Martin wants to do at Southampton, the way he plays, and Flynn Downs suits that perfectly. He's had 1,976 completed passes this season, and a pass accuracy of 93.4. For me, the way I've done the team, obviously in that holding midfield role, if that was a team, someone of his qualities would fit that role perfectly, and he is left-footed, which is why I put him on the left-hand side. But yeah, for me, Flynn Downs.
I don't mind it.
No, that's fair enough.
No, I don't mind it. I mean,
Yeah.
Sarah is a
European
obvious
champion.
but
European champion with
West Ham.
Oh yeah, there you go.
doesn't happen in your team this season. But yeah, quality player. I don't mind it, but yeah, I think the two midfielders. But yeah,
He's played in Europe, it helps him.
Yeah.
it's good being. Yeah, I don't mind. It's a rogue one, but it's the one that you put the stats with it as well.
Left wing and right wing, I think we'll probably have the same.
Yep.
Just purely because of where we live in the country.
Yep.
But left wing I've gone for Crescencio Somerville, and right wing I've gone for MW10.
Left wing, I reluctantly went for Crescencio Somerville, but I couldn't do anything else.
Yeah.
Reluctantly.
Yeah, well, I reluctantly didn't put Leif Davis in, so there you go. Morgan Whittaker for right wing.
I've also gone Crescencio Somerville. I think he's unreal.
Yeah.
Like, he's so good. Like, honestly,
People calling him best championship player ever, though. I do have a problem with that.
Oh no,
He's not. He's just not.
Who is though? Do we have enough time to even get into that debate?
Well,
I don't even know.
but the thing is, the best championship player ever, you might have to have played in the championship for a long time.
Yeah.
You do.
Like players like
Lambert.
Ricky Lambert, Vidra,
Billy Sharp.
Peter Whittingham, players like Billy Sharp. So you've got to play.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Whereas obviously Somerville's going, they could go straight back up, or if they don't Leeds, then he's going to go.
He's going to go anyway.
He's incredible. When he came on against Argyle in that FA Cup game,
Yeah.
the goal he scored, just the ball.
Torres a new one.
It's just excited to watch the ball at his feet. It's just like players like that. I can see him
I
playing
was
for
so
Netherlands in a
surprised
few
that he
years.
stayed at Leeds.
Maybe it's because he had a few injuries maybe last season.
Yeah,
I don't know,
maybe.
but it's just this season.
Just waiting
19
for the
goals,
championship.
9 assists. Quality player
He
inside
won the
and out.
actual championship player of the season, didn't he?
He did.
So, and then right wing, of course,
Morgan Whittaker.
Morgan Whittaker. Very pleased to see him get into the actual EFL team of the season as well. He did have an unbelievable start. I was seeing some people saying that he is the best £1 million ever spent on a player. I think they're forgetting about people like Trevor Francis, for example.
Yeah.
But then again, they have argued that the conversion would make that about £5 million.
Well, Seamus Coleman was less. Innes was saying...
Jamie Vardy.
Jamie Vardy, yeah.
So that's the one that I always single. But still, Whittaker, brilliant season for Argyle. Without his goals, where would they be? Maybe down.
Already?
Possibly, yeah.
19 goals, 8 assists. Only one less assists than Somerville there, and the same amount of goals.
Yeah.
So,
I do think Somerville's a better player, but with Whittaker's stats, you can't not put him in. I think he did a quality season. No one expected him to have that many goals. I know
it is a bit of a shame, like since January, obviously he hasn't really kicked on as much, but he's still been popping up here and there, and I'd be shocked if he stayed at Argyle, especially if they went down.
No.
Attacking midfield.
I don't think there's really any other player for this one. Sammy Schmolix.
Sammy Schmolix.
Not Matt Grimes, Xander.
He's not attacking midfielder, is he?
Yeah, I know, but I know what you're like, though.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put him in attacking midfielder, am I?
No, it's got to be.
Sammy.
Yeah.
He's kept Blackburn up. I know we're talking about
Yeah.
Whitaker, but this is he has kept Blackburn up. The top goal scorer, 25 goals from attacking midfield for this Blackburn side. That's still
So
unsafe.
good. He's
This
so
man,
good.
at 28, he's hit his prime.
He's a great lad, like on the offline as well. Like when you see him online.
Yeah, with
Obviously, I don't know
that
him,
Ryan. At Everton.
Yeah. He's a great.
Very
He's funny. That goal he scored against Leeds has single-handedly probably kept Blackburn up, and probably not, and have put Leeds definitely in the playoffs. So that goal the goal he scored as well. He touches it, puts it in the corner. It's just I really like him. Irish international now as well, so he's got that for this season. I think he's just a quality player.
Yeah, I mean, Schmeichel was obviously my choice. Not just the 25 goals, pops up with 4 assists as well. And as you said, he's just such a great player. Little, short, quick. He's just a perfect.
Scores every game.
I was surprised how short he was when I found out. I didn't realise he was 5'7".
Yeah. And so we've all
Best
agreed
players.
there. The striker role, I'm interested to hear what you have.
I went Adam Armstrong.
I'm not sure.
Thank God we all went for Adam Armstrong there. How on earth did Jorginho Rutter make it in the EFL one?
He has
I think he's quality though. I was so close to putting him in.
Rutter is a good player, but in terms of
if you
goals, he's got 9 goals this season?
I guess it's different though. So if Leeds fans are watching, I think Rutter's a class player. I think how he touches the ball as well, like the touches he brings down, the goals, the quality. I think that's just maybe 6 goals is just not.
Yeah, 6 goals.
Just not enough.
6 goals.
But he does play behind the striker sometimes.
I know, but
I do think he's a
putting him
really
in the
good
team
player.
of the season as the main striker.
Yeah.
Joel Perreault doesn't even play really much that Leeds, and he has more goals than him.
When Adam Armstrong has 20 goals and 13 assists, he's hard to ignore, isn't he?
Yeah, I
33
did
goal
put.
contributions.
I'm saying on this spell Ruta, but I did put Armstrong in 20 goals, 13 assists, quality player. He's just too good for the Championship. And
I feel like this whole team's probably built up of players who are too good for the Championship, to be honest.
Except from Josh Tymon, but yeah.
And Victor Johansson, maybe, I don't know.
He's too good for the Championship, but it doesn't really hit it in the Premier League. But so it'd be interesting if Southampton do go up. But if they don't, if he stays another season in Championship, I can see them going up that year.
So, manager of the season, I don't think this is a very hard choice, to be honest.
No.
You haven't put... Is it or is it not?
No, I put Liam Messina.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Have you seen his team? I could have got him up.
Whole last season, look where they were. They finished 16th.
Yeah, have you seen the players they brought in?
Yeah, I've seen the players they brought in, but still, even with the players that he had before January, to have them in a playoff race, I still think that's very good.
Kieran McKenna,
yeah. It's a team, they finished below Argyle last season. And
Everyone
they're
thought,
1 point.
everyone before the season was going Ipswich are going straight up, Ipswich are going straight up.
Did they?
Yeah, loads of people were saying about it.
Everyone said they're going to do well and maybe challenge, mid-table. No one said they were going to go.
No, people were saying they were going to be in the playoffs promotion automatics and that.
Well, they are. So he's doing.
Well, yeah, but that's what I mean, though. No one would have thought that of Hull, in my opinion. No one would have thought Hull would have been starting the season.
I didn't think anyone went Ipswich are going to challenge for promotion. People said maybe below the just about playoffs, but maybe what Norwich are like now.
Yeah.
No one challenged. They've been there all season as well. They haven't just run up. They've been there for the whole season, and to keep it there, there's back-to-back promotions, finishing behind. You got to look at it behind Argyle, yeah. Argyle won that league, and now Argyle, final day, they could be going down. Ipswich found they need a point to promote to the Premier League. It's incredible.
Admittedly, Ipswich do have a massive budget as well, but I just feel like I couldn't look past McKenna. I just think... Such an unbelievable job at Ipswich, not just this year but last year.
Yeah.
If they had won the league last year, he would have won manager of the season. So
Yeah. Hull, just their team's just too good.
they do have a great side.
Carvalho, Tufan, John McAllister, Philigine's quality. Isn't he?
Yeah.
Honourable mention, not to get in the squad.
I was thinking that.
Some quality players that I think, if me and Jamie were assistant gaffers, we'd get promoted. So.
But yeah, so Liam Rosenior for you.
Yeah, Liam Messina for me.
So player of the season.
I went Sammy Schmuddock.
Same.
Yeah, dude.
Cool.
He's kept.
He was robbed.
That was nice.
He's basically kept the
Who did
team
get the real
up.
one?
Somerville.
Crescencio.
Really?
He's kept them up. He's legit kept the whole
Leeds
team
can
up.
go to Crescencio some more
incredible.
when they don't get promoted.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. And then young player of the season.
I'll let someone else go first this time. Well, no, just I want to
I
see
went
what
Archie
someone else
Gray
says.
from
Yeah, I
Leeds.
went for Archie
He's
Gray.
like 44 games, is it?
Yeah.
By 18 years old.
19 now. It's crazy. Yeah, because at the start of the season he was 18.
I think
he's
he's
great as well.
I think he's still 18. I
Yeah.
think he was 17 at
No,
the
I'm
beginning
pretty
of the
sure.
season.
When I looked earlier,
I think he is still 17. I think.
17.
He's
I
18.
thought he was
Is he
19.
18?
He's 18 is 12th of May 2000, March 2006.
Oh,
Yeah, he's
Go
been
on.
17 for most of the season.
Yes, 17 most of
sorry.
the
The
season. He
place
played
that I
42
looked
games.
said he was 19, so they're lying to me.
Liars.
And
Anyway,
Still, no, but 19
I
is still
went
great
a
achievement.
little bit different. I went for Amari Hutchinson.
I like that. That's
Okay.
a really good shout.
yeah, how
Yeah.
old is he?
I think he's 20, 21.
Yeah, I like that because
Yeah,
them
I
two
just-
goals he
Fine.
scored against Hull,
Yeah.
unbelievable. I
But-
think he's a really good player.
Not just that as well. That's like his first real season in first team football. Obviously
Yeah.
the same for Archie Gray as well. But for me, I just feel Hutchinson like
That's a good shout.
over the season.
Be excited to
Sounds
see him
quite
at
good.
Chelsea next season. That's for sure. Get a few
Yeah.
game time.
And then surprise package certainly tells me you're not going to up at Ipswich then.
I just went with Hull for
Okay.
the same reasons.
And you went for?
Ipswich.
Yeah, same. I was not expecting them to go up at all.
I thought, if I was an Ipswich fan, I would have taken 10th or something.
Yeah, I would literally. I remember saying at the start of the season, I reckon they'll be around like 10th to 7th.
I didn't
Is
put-
what I was
I
expecting.
think nowhere near the playoffs.
Never
I
expected
think I
them
put
to.
12th in my prediction.
They could have won the league as well.
Yeah, really. Yeah, exactly. If they
Any of those three sides at the top could have won the league.
they dropped a
It's
few
crazy.
points, but obviously get back into it now. But yeah, just
I wonder if I did put Hull in the playoffs.
it's
at the start of the
incredible
year. I'm trying to
achievement.
remember now. I'll have to have a quick look.
I'll have a look at mine
Did you
as
put
well.
Hull in the playoffs?
No, I didn't have Hull that high up.
Maybe
I did not either. I put Blackburn up there. Whoops.
well Ipswich. Yeah, I put them outside the playoffs. And
Did
the
you do
whole
a full table, did you?
Yeah.
I only did a top 6. Next year we'll have to do full tables
Yeah.
then to...
I just personally, for me, with Hull, like what I was saying before about where they finished last
I
season.
really hope they lose on Saturday.
I know they've got quite a big.
They do,
I know
yeah.
they've got quite a big budget and they've brought in those players, but I feel like last season
Don't get me wrong, Rossini's a great manager.
I like Rossini
they
as a
did
manager.
that.
brilliant
They
manager.
did that last season as well, and it went wrong for them. So I feel like this season they've actually done it still and got it right. And I just feel Liam Rossini's just
think
done a
it's-
brilliant job with that team.
I think, yeah, if it was Southampton and Leicester that went up, then I would be all an advocate for Rossini. I just think what McKenna and Ipswich have done is
Oh yeah,
incredible.
absolutely. If Ipswich did finish 10th,
Yeah,
but that's like if my grandma dies, we should have been.
yeah, exactly. Then
I
then
just
Hull would
personally
be.
can't.
But just for me, I just feel
Oh
I
no,
saw, I
don't
just,
get me wrong, I have absolutely no
yeah.
problem. Like,
I
Liam
just saw
Rossini's
so
a great
many
manager,
people saying
but-
like about Ipswich, like thinking they were going to get promoted. So for me,
Fair enough.
I just kind of thought
Yeah, no,
if
I could
those-
hate Rossini.
if those
I think he's a
opinions
great
were out
manager.
there already and then they've done that, well then those opinions
Yeah,
have
yeah, yeah.
come
Yeah,
to
fair play,
fruition.
fair play.
So
I
that's
don't
why
mind,
I
I
went
don't
with
mind it.
Well, that is the end of our championship predictions. I reckon we'll move swiftly
Yeah.
onto our Premier League team of the season because this is probably the league other than Championship that we have the best knowledge on
Yeah.
because everybody watches the Premier League every week.
Yeah, of course.
I feel like the goalkeeper spot. I mean, it was between two for me. You may not have thought so, but I
It was between
almost,
two for me as well.
I almost went rogue.
Well, actually, no, it was between three for me.
I almost went rogue, but I went for David Raya. 14 clean sheets, and he's just done brilliantly well to make that spot his own. Because right at the start of the season, it was him and Ramsdale, wasn't
Yeah,
it? Fighting
I don't
out.
mind that.
And I think he's just had a really good season for Arsenal, and they could still go on to win the league.
I went for Vicario from Spurs. I think
Interesting.
I think he just makes quality saves. I think I've always been a fan of him. I watched a bit of Serie A, so I remember I watched them against Roma when he was at Empoli, and he made two incredible saves from Tammy Abraham. So I was like, this guy's going to be a quality. Whoever signs him, I saw him at Spurs. People not really rating him. As soon as he comes in, I mean, at the beginning of the season he made some unbelievable saves. He's still a good goalkeeper now. Maybe with crosses he's not the best, but I'm sure he's a young goalkeeper. I'm sure he can learn. And yeah, I think Raya's had a good season. It's not been a standout with Alisson, Edison being injured and sometimes.
No.
So yeah, I just thought it'd be a bit different. Vicario, I do rate him.
I
And
went
yours?
for Emi Martinez.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't mind that. Actually, it was one I was thinking of as well.
Yeah, I was kind of torn almost between Emi Martinez, David Raya, and even Jordan Pickford.
Jordan Pickford was
purely
one
for the
I-
clean sheets.
Jordan Pickford I almost went for because he's kept Everton in so
Yeah.
many games.
But I think
He's a
Emi,
brilliant goalkeeper.
Emi Martinez.
Yeah, he's quality.
He's proven that he's not just good for England.
No, I like
I was
Pickford.
this close to going for Pickford.
I think Pickford's
but
a good goalkeeper.
I just think Raya's had a better season, to be honest. So that was the reason I went for him. But I mean, all of the people we put in there are good keepers. No Onana, anyone?
he was my 50th choice. So he's unlucky to
Out
miss
of
out.
20 starting goalkeepers
Yeah.
and 20 bench goalkeepers, he was your 50th choice.
You never know. He might get there next year.
Okay, this was the hardest position in the team for me, and I've actually kind of just vibes it with this defence. I haven't even put a left back in.
Fair
I genuinely don't even think there's like I was
There
looking
isn't
through
one, there isn't one
each
at all.
team's left back, and I was like, I don't think there's a single player here that I want to put in this team.
No, that's not.
So I'm interested to hear who you've gone for.
Have neither of you put left backs in?
I put left back in.
Okay. Well, for me personally, just purely because of how kind of like what I've seen of him over the last few seasons and what I feel I've seen from him this year, I went for Ryan Aït-Nouri at Wolves.
I don't mind that.
No, that's fine. Yeah, that's absolutely
No,
fine.
I don't mind
Just
that.
because I feel
was
like
thinking about him.
under Gary O'Neill, I feel like he's really stepped it up a bit.
Yeah.
And
If I had to put a left back in, it'd
Yeah.
be either him or Dallo from United.
yeah,
I've gone for Alfie Doughty.
Again,
from
that's
Luton
fine.
Town.
That's
He's
fine.
had a good season.
he's been good.
7
for Luton.
assists for a team that's
Yeah.
still struggling. No one really expected him. He's been at Charlton, Stoke, teams like that. So he's not really a high level. It's his first season in the Premier League. He's done all right. I mean, in any other season, he's nowhere near it. But that's
No.
because there's good left backs. But this season, there's been absolutely nobody. So
Tell you what I'll do, I'll take out one of my players just for the sake of, so you can actually have a screen for a team for a graphic. I'll put Doherty in, but the two fullbacks, I wanted to put in Trent and Ben White, because I think they both had brilliant seasons, but I'll take out Ben White and put Doherty in there. And then my centre-backs are, of course, Virgil van Dijk, can't look past it.
yeah,
He's just been great again. Like, I hate to say it because everybody
Yeah,
was
same.
taking the mix saying he was Virgil van Disney last year. And I was
Well,
loving
he has,
it.
He has been recently.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
but over the course of the season, I
He's
think
just quality,
he's
isn't he?
probably the best centre-back in the... Well, still.
he's just he's commanding it.
He's just the perfect centre-back. He's big, he's tall, he's strong, he's fast, and he scares me.
Eloquent.
So,
He plays the game like it's poetry. Like he's just there. He's just like, yeah, let's pass that out. Head
Peter
it.
Drury.
Yeah, he does. He's proper like he's incredible. You can't not put him in. It's like an obvious choice, but I just can't not put him in.
Is he in yours?
No, I went for...
You can't not put him in. Is he in
Yeah.
yours? No.
Yeah, but
I
you got,
went
this
for-
is, this
I
is,
love this
This guy
pod.
put Josh Tymon over Davis, so
I went for the two Arsenal boys, Will Saliba and Gabriel.
yeah, I don't mind that actually. I was
Yeah.
going to put both of them in.
I chose Gabrielle of the two.
I went Saliba just because.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so
There you
you've
Just
go.
got,
because
Yeah.
of last season when.
so you've got Van Dijk and... Okay, cool.
just
For
be-
me, I just think Arsenal's defence this season has been the best in the Premier
Absolutely,
League.
yeah. that's
And them
good
two literally have been at the heart of it. So for me, I just feel Gabriel and Will Saliba, they both deserve
Yeah?
it
I
for me.
just I just went for Saliba due to the fact that last season when he got injured, Arsenal's title challenge just started to decrease. I mean, this
Yeah.
season he's been fully fit and they can still go on and win the league.
I
so.
just feel for me Van Dijk's been a bit patchy.
Mm.
I feel he's a very patchy player, and I think especially since January. Well, was it January? No, since they won the Carabao Cup,
Yeah.
I don't think he's been on it
he
at
can
all.
score in that.
And I know
so.
he is.
I do think over the course of the season I would
Mm.
give it to him. And then the only reason why I went for Gabriel over Saliba is because Gabriel's had 4 goals. So it's
Yeah.
just 4 more times he's contributed to the team scoring up the pitch as well as
Yeah.
down the pitch. I think they're both, like, absolutely, that's fine. Like,
and the
both
comments he
Arsenal
made as
centre-backs.
well after the Merseyside derby, I think, like he was saying, like about the team's like commitment and that.
Yeah.
I feel like you're the captain. You should do something about
Yeah,
it. Don't just
fair
say it in an interview that you feel the whole team needs to do better.
Yeah.
You do something about it if you're the captain.
Yeah. No City players so far in the defence.
Mm-mm.
No.
And you're right back?
I went for Trent.
Trent.
Kyle Walker.
Okay.
Okay.
A City player joins us.
Yeah, 4 assists.
So he player joins the chat.
Don't think he's had a particularly standout season.
Yeah,
No.
but
has
the
he?
thing is,
He's only played 28 games.
he doesn't need to have a standout season. He's just so quality. Like, it's just when he does play, they miss him when he doesn't play. Let's say
Mm.
that. I mean,
Okay.
when he wasn't playing, that was when they were struggling a bit.
Yeah.
And when he does play, he's just so quick. He gets older each year, and he's obviously.
Oh, he's still. I remember
And he's
that
just
game
so
earlier
quick.
in the season against Man United where he was just dominating
Yeah.
so much.
He's so quick. Like,
It's him coming up against Garnacho. I think.
Garnacho. Like, oh, you're excited. He's quick. Garnacho, unpredictable. Walker
They bodied him.
bodied him, and he's makes him predictable. It's incredible, like how he's just so calm on the ball. When he plays, you know when he's going to play. He can just run back and forth,
Yeah.
and he puts up with crucial assists. He doesn't get too many, but when he does, they're probably games where they needed a goal and he whips one in. I just feel like he's just.
Well, Walker's been at the top of his game for so many years
Yeah,
now
it's
that
just-
I guess this season where he doesn't have a season where it's completely like, 10 goals, 10 assists, whatever.
Yeah.
It kind of goes under the radar a bit. So, I mean, that's completely fine.
Mhm.
He probably would have made it onto my bench if I had one. But moving on to my midfield, I went for 3 and 3. Or
Yeah,
3 midfielders, 3 attackers.
I went for like a 4-2-3-1.
Okay.
So you got 2 holders.
Okay,
Yeah, so do I,
so
actually.
yeah, this is where I was struggling a bit. I'm assuming I could probably guess who your 2 DMs are because I was close to doing the same. So I've got Rodri, and I was really tempted by Rice. Is he your other DM?
Yeah, I did Rodri and Rice.
Yeah, I've got Rodri and Rice as well.
I was really tempted by Rice. He's one of the ones who I've got here on the bench, or like honourable mentions, where I just can't decide. It's between him and Odegaard for me.
Yeah,
I don't know who I'd rather have in.
I don't mind it.
It's hard because I've just gone for a 3. Oh, and the other one is Cole Palmer, by the way.
Yeah.
He
in Cam?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He
Cole
absolutely deserves to be in there.
Chelsea,
that's what I'm saying.
A terrible
He's been
season,
unbelievable.
What a season he's had for us. Mate.
I originally did have a midfield 3, and I was going to do Rodri, Rice, and Odegaard, and then do Palmer as a right wing. But then for my striker, I thought
that's exactly what I was.
The person who I did have in, I thought, well, I can't leave some very obvious player out, so that's what swung it for me and took Odegaard out.
Yeah,
that's same with me.
This is where it's been hardest because I think this year's there's been so many good players, to be honest, who have had like individual good performances. Like, I'll be honest, Watkins isn't in my 11.
Is he not?
No.
That is mad.
That's what I'm saying. Is that I don't know where I'd fit because I can't put him in over Haaland.
I almost did that.
I have done that.
It's close. Have you got Haaland in?
I do have Haaland.
Do you have Watkins in as well?
Yeah.
Where are you playing Watkins then?
I just put him as right wing.
Interesting.
Are we there's vibes, so I guess you can do that, but
Old Watkins.
he was a left winger anyway, wasn't
Winger's a winger.
Yeah, I mean I've got Foden and Saka. I can't look past either of those two.
I've got Foden.
I think they're
and Saka.
England's best 2 players.
We can't. Well, we've got to go back to the midfield with Palmer first.
Yeah, England's
Nearly
their
top
best
goals.
player. Well, actually, Bellingham.
Top goal scorer in the league and in 20 goals.
He's joint with Haaland, I think.
Haaland's got one more.
Well, he's got one more now, yeah,
Oh,
because
has
he
he?
scored on
Oh,
Sunday.
yeah.
But goals Palmer scored, just the game gets United as well. It's penalties as well. Like he just it's a penalty, but it's just like there are times where he's scoring them as well. It's not like it's like 90th minute penalty, he'll score it. That goal gets Luton when he rolls it over the goalie. That is incredible. Like stuff he's doing, it just seems like he's not bothered, and then he just puts one in.
Yeah, he literally, and like in his post-match interviews and in his celebrations, he just doesn't care.
Yeah, it's just so calm. It's like Bov trait in it. That's what they say.
Yeah.
Like he just says, like he doesn't. Like it seems like he can't be asked, but really, he's just so good that it's like players like that are good because they don't take the game, doesn't affect them as much. So when he's playing, he's not really thinking about what the press are going to say. He's just like vibing. So
yeah,
just quality, isn't he?
I mean, we'll go back as well. So we had the 2 DMs, or for me, I think I'm still torn between Odegaard and Rice. I don't know which one to put in. I think I'll probably put in Rice because I think he's been more important to Arsenal's success than Odegaard has.
Yeah.
So I think he's probably just tipped it for me. Obviously, I'll send you the full list of my team so you can put it in the graphic at the end. Yeah, he's been unbelievable. I remember when he signed for Arsenal, there were some people saying, is this price tag too much to West Ham? But I remember I've got my friend Kenny, who is an Arsenal fan. Arsenal fan? West Ham fan. Oh, that's a big difference.
Keep that
he
in.
said that absolutely he's like one of West Ham's best ever players, and he'll go on to be one of England's best players. He's like so important to everything they do. And he's just been the one who's come in and shored it up, and like we haven't seen that Arsenal bottle this year.
No.
Like they're still fully in this title race, and I think he's done such a great job there that I think he has just nicked it for me. But Odegaard has also had a brilliant season.
Even against Spurs, he was quality, wasn't he?
Yeah,
In
exactly.
the last game, Rice, he's just so good. And then Rodri is just
yeah.
without him, Man City don't
aren't
win
the
any
same.
games. No,
No.
exactly. City aren't the same when they don't have him.
Rodri was really close to being my player of the season.
He's quality and he's just so good. He's so good.
And then onto the attack, I did put Haaland in at striker. Obviously it was between him and Watkins. I feel bad leaving Watkins out because he's had a great season.
Even Watkins, that was incredible. That's what I'm going to say.
Who have you got in yours then?
I've
That's why I
got
put Watkins on the right
Watkins,
wing.
Foden and Saka.
Okay, so you've put him in over Haaland.
Yeah, Haaland's not my team.
I put Watkins at right wing just because I felt like I couldn't leave out Haaland because I know he hasn't had the best of seasons, but he's still top goal scorer.
I feel like it's really hard to leave a top goal scorer out of a team.
But I think it's just
League
that
One.
Oh yeah.
it's comparing to his last season, obviously.
Yeah.
But you can't. Compare,
He was never going to do that again.
Yeah, but you can't compare to other players. He's not a player you can compare to other players. He's at like another level. It's like you can't. It's like comparing Messi to like someone in like when he was in La Liga comparing to like Gerard Moreno. Like their seasons can't combined. Whereas Watkins, for like his level, nearly 20 goals. He's only 2 behind Haaland, 12 assists. He's incredible. That goal he scored against Arsenal, he lobs over the keeper.
Yeah,
He's so good. He's so composed now. Maybe before people can he lead the line? Even in Europe as well, the goals he's scoring in Europe, he's got 26 goals in all competitions this season. Nearly 30 for a player who used to be at Exeter City. That is incredible.
This is what I'm saying, is that I feel like even though my League 2 and League 1 knowledge might not even be the best, the Premier League's been the hardest one for me to choose because they've had so many good players this year that I've had to leave out. Like, I've got this list here on my bench. Bruno's had a great season. 10 goals and 7 assists. Watkins, obviously, 19 goals and 12 assists. It's kind of criminal leaving him out, but
that's
game's game.
That's a poor one.
Trippier, 10 assists.
Yeah.
Like, Odegaard. Salah has still got 17 goals and 9 assists.
No, we didn't get him mentioned.
No, exactly.
That's incredible.
Until now. That's what I'm saying.
That's what you're saying. You've got to say players like that, Salah. But
if we had a bench as well, this would be so much easier, but because we're just doing the 11.
I mean, for me, with Cole Palmer, like, when he went to Chelsea...
Is he in your team?
He's in my team,
Okay, cool.
He's in my attacking midfielder. I didn't really know... I wasn't, like, a massive fan of him when he was at City. And, like, I feel like that's might have been because, obviously, I'm not a massive fan of City. I wasn't a massive fan of... Well, I'm still not a massive fan of Phil Foden. I know he's a great player, just not a massive fan of him.
Oh, I mean him as a person.
As a person. Not, I mean, obviously I know he's a great player.
Happy.
But
I don't care how he's like.
That's about to say, player. It's controversial.
Like, I felt like with Cole Palmer, I was kind of expecting the same, but he's gone to Chelsea, and like, I feel like I've really like warmed to him, and like he's done so well, and especially it's like that is his first season in professional football, and his first full season.
Yeah.
Like playing regularly with Chelsea, and I think he's done that in that Chelsea team. I think that Chelsea team is better than it is, really. Like in terms, it should be better with the players they've got. And honestly, I think he potentially could go on to be better than Foden, Cole Palmer. I think.
Interesting.
Well, I mean, with Palmer, I've always known he's been a quality player because he broke through. He scored against Swindon in the FA Cup. And he was quality, and he was quality then. He didn't break in. I was thinking he can go out on loan. Then but when I saw Chelsea were interested, I was like, get him, 100% buy him. Like, don't get how much. Like, we're spending loads of money on players. I think he was only about 40 million. I was like, it doesn't matter how much. Bring him in. And even if he just doesn't... I didn't expect to do what he does now, but I thought, he's going to be a quality player. I didn't expect 20 goals, but this season he's incredible. Yeah. Every game he scores. Every game he wins as well. Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
So I feel like who else haven't we met? We haven't got Saka and Foden.
Saka's in mine.
Is Saka in yours and Foden in yours?
Foden's not mine though.
Foden's not in
your team.
Well, no, because like I said, I put Ollie Watkins at right wing because I felt like I couldn't leave him out because of the season he's had.
Surely you would put Saka as right winger, right?
Saka not play at left wing? I don't really know.
No, Saka's right.
Is he right?
Yeah.
Saka's most right wing.
Well,
there you go. Got it wrong.
Saka's his right wingers.
Yeah.
Never mind.
But
there.
Saka, he's so good. He's so
young. Have you seen how many minutes he plays?
Yeah.
It's incredible how he still keeps doing what he's doing. For England, he's probably one of our best wingers.
Yep.
I think he's incredible. I just think...
Until Bellingham burst on the scene last year, I was saying Saka's England's best player. And I think even now, like, him, Foden and Bellingham are England's 3 best players.
Foden, you can't not. Foden's incredible. What season he's had, Foden. It's just been his breakthrough season.
Yeah,
with
and he
quality goals.
I think he was kind of like, people weren't really taking much attention either until he got that hat-trick. And people were like, oh wait, look at his stats. He scored this many goals.
Some of the goals he scores as well, where he just cuts inside, bends them in.
Yeah.
It's just important goals he scores.
He scores the type of goals, like, week in, week out, that would be like a goal of the season.
2 goals, obviously, in that game against Brighton. Hat-trick against Villa. Brace against United in that important win for them.
Yeah.
Goal against Bournemouth. Hat-trick against Brentford. Obviously, as well, he got that goal against Real Madrid quite recently as well.
Yeah.
So, I just feel like he's another player that is such an exciting future, and England's one of the best players, so I think he's an obvious choice as well. And, I feel like he's starting to break through that wonder kid potential now to an actual player potential, like an actual where it's not just people looking at him, he's good for his age, he's just a good player now.
Yeah. Manager of the season.
I went for Gary O'Neill. Considering where Wolves were at the start of the season and what everyone probably thought Wolves were going to do, I think he's done tremendously well with that team. Like he's not had a big squad either, and they've suffered with injuries. And for me, I just think Gary O'Neill as well was unlucky to get sacked by Bournemouth, and just the style of football he plays and the way he's got Wolves playing. Yeah, they're like they 10th, something like that, Wolves. Yeah. So I think he's done an incredible job.
For mine, Mr. Jack Sanderson, you're going to love this. Iraola. I feel like, look at the form and the football they're playing
I like
as
that.
well.
I like that choice.
Unbelievable. You see them against Brighton, they tore them
Yeah,
apart.
that choice is
He's another
so
one that's
good.
been mentioned, Solanke.
Yeah, I almost put him in
He
the
hasn't
team.
even got a mention.
Yeah.
He's been brilliant.
Big up Iro, I've also gone for him, mate. I had to do it for one, for big Jackie Sanderson, so shout at him. But two, the team. People predict them to get second season syndrome to go down, especially when O'Neill left and Wolves were starting to play better than Bournemouth were at the beginning. They thought, what have they done bringing in a manager that's inexperienced to the Prem level, obviously Spanish, so maybe it's different type, but how they're playing now.
Yeah.
Battered Brighton.
But that Brighton team, by the way, that is not being talked about enough how they're falling off.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? De Zerbi's been rumoured with he was rumoured with the Liverpool job until recently, and it's, who's it with
Arne
confirmed?
Slot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how he was being rumoured with that. I mean, Brighton, they kind of, I feel like it was after they come out of Europe, wasn't it?
They're just
they fall
dropping
off
now.
kinda.
Well, I mean, no, they really kind of like fell off
Yeah.
They've dropped
early
like a
on the
stone.
season. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're still doing it. They're still safe, so
Yeah.
it's not bad from them, really. But yeah, I think Iriola's just unbelievable, and they can only go on. They've still got a chance to get Europe, so
Yeah, exactly.
I almost put Iriola in there, but for me, I
I don't mind O'Neill either. I predict them to go down.
I
So
thought O'Neill just.
Yeah, same. I predicted Wolves to go down, so both done brilliant
the
jobs.
Yeah.
No shouts for if Arsenal win the league, Arteta?
no, I
Could
think
be.
they did it last season and then dropped off. And if they don't win the league this year, they're going to do this. It'll be the same.
No,
Yeah.
I just think even if they do win the league, I just think probably people were expecting Arsenal to be in the title fight again.
Yeah, fair
So for
enough.
me,
Yeah.
O'Neill.
Player of the season.
I went for the both player and young player. I put Cole Palmer.
Okay.
I went for Phil Foden for player of the season. I just think
And young player?
Palmer.
Yeah, I went for Palmer young player as well, obviously, because he's 21. Player of the season was between Foden, but I went for Saka.
I don't mind that. Yeah. I think as well, it depends on who wins the league.
Yeah.
I believe if Arsenal win it, because they haven't won it in so long, Saka will win it. But I believe if City go on, especially if Foden, I know he's injured at the moment, but if he comes and like changes the last few games, then yeah, I think he's got a chance of winning it. I think he's just been quality.
Don't mind Cole Palmer at all, though. He was
Yeah.
I was definitely debating
No,
it.
I definitely don't. So
I just think
he's saved
because
last
like
season this year.
him winning both, it's kind of like when Gareth Bale won both.
Yeah, it could happen.
Yeah.
I think they normally, like Foden previously has been close to winning, and then they just give him like the young player, same as Sane did them before, just to like soften the blow of like giving two. So I believe that Palmer will win something, but it will be young player of the season.
Yeah, because he's only 21. So
He's
I
got
feel
another
that's
chance of winning.
Got another
Player of the
chance,
season.
Surprise package?
I went Bournemouth.
Yeah. I mean, it's either Bournemouth or... I've also said Luton because I feel like everybody was expecting them to finish dead bottom.
I mean, they've done
Yeah.
They've done so well in
Have you
terms
said
of.
Bournemouth?
I didn't actually go for a team. I just went for.
Okay.
I went for Kai Havertz scoring goals. So
I
Fair
don't
enough.
mind that.
Fair enough.
I went for because I didn't think he was a big game goals, but he's actually like I know he has scored goals. He can come up with goals, but he's actually came up consistently winning games for Arsenal in different positions. So I mean, when Chelsea sold him, I was like, I'll take that money, 100%. I was like, he's awful, but yeah, he was good for us in periods.
Yeah.
But my gran's a big fan of him all the time. He always says like he's quality, and I was like, don't think he's that good. I was like, well, I don't mind selling him. It's like Mason Mount. I'm so happy that he's left. But Havertz has been. I mean, he scored against us, so he is doing well for Arsenal, and he could be one of the. He's crucial to them if they go and win the league, I think.
Yeah, I just think Havertz never really fitted at Chelsea or never really worked out at Chelsea because the majority of the time he was playing out of position because the strike force just didn't score goals. Like with Lukaku, Werner, Abraham, once Havertz had joined, like there wasn't anyone really scoring goals. So I feel him playing in that 9 role was not his most comfortable.
No, I agree. Well, thank you very much, boys. It's been an interesting
Thank you very much.
couple of hours here. We've
Good fun, yeah.
Pleasure as always.
Come up with some heinous ideas. And let us know
Look at Luca.
let us know what you think of these down in the comments below.
Timing probably.
We've still got the predictions video.
Yep.
That will be right at the end of the season after everything's finished to
Yep.
see how we did on those. I'll give you a clue. It's pretty badly because I predicted Wolves to go down. So yeah, thank you very much.
Thank
Join
you
us
for
back here very, very soon.
Yep.
It's goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from me as well. Thank you for having me again, lads. Appreciate it. I'm no Michael Cooper, but hopefully I filled in for.
You can right there.
Cheers, boys.
Thank you very much.
See ya.